secret is I'm an alcohol drug counselor, and while I was doing alcohol drug counseling, I also did professional wrestling, and I had to wear a mask so my patients didn't know who I was.
In 1979, at a concert here in Chicago, I was married by Andy Kaufman. He claimed that he had the right, was authorized to marry people. He picked me and someone else from the audience, brought them up on stage, and after I did some mock protesting and got bigger laughs than he got, he then put handcuffs on us and led us backstage, claiming that he's going to send us to a hotel for the night. That didn't happen, but we did go out and have dinner late at another time. We brought toy handcuffs with us that night. I saw her one other time, and then I didn't see her for about 5 years, and we had met somewhere, and then I never saw her again. And even though he said that he really wanted us to get married and go out, I never saw Andy Kaufman again.
My secret is that I crashed an airplane and survived along with my passenger, and yeah, that's about it. Crashed an airplane.
My secret is I had a date with Will Chamberlain, and I threw up in his car.
And my secret is I'm married, and my wife thinks I'm at the beach in North Carolina, and I'm really in Chicago at a bear event, which is a large group of gay, hairy men, and I'm having a good time, and it's a big secret. She doesn't know, so hopefully she'll never find out, and that's my secret.
I have had anonymous sex with over 100 men this past year alone.
I was stationed in the military, and prior to that I was in training, and I met a girl in training, and we decided to get married. We weren't really married for real reasons other than just financial. If you're in the military, you can live off post. You don't have to live in the barracks. And so I did that, and she did that. Well, we didn't really see much of each other after that. It was basically just a secret between us. And then one afternoon, she up and died on me. She got killed. She was hit by a car. And so the Red Cross called and notified there in the barracks and stuff. And then I had to go fly to the funeral, and I had no idea who really was exactly. I mean, I was married to her, but I had to make these funeral arrangements for this girl I didn't even really know, and her parents are there, and they're asking me, because they knew we were married, but they didn't really know what the deal was. So they're asking me, you know, does this outfit look okay on her? And I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be this really upset sort of a husband here, and I needed to know whether she needed to be cremated or not. They wanted to know if I wanted to cremate her or if I wanted to bury her. And it's like, you know, I hadn't even seen this girl in a year. I really had no idea. So I had her cremated. I don't even know if that was really what she wanted, but I just had to pretend that she did. So then I had to make this eulogy, and I had to give it at the funeral for like hundreds of people, or, you know, a couple hundred people. And, you know, and I'm not even crying because it was just an arrangement. So I'm like trying so hard to cry. I'm just like begging, please let me cry. You know, I'm trying to think of everything in my head, and I just could not cry. And I said a few words. People were like, oh, you know, he's so upset. You know, he's so sad by this. And the truth of it is that I was living with my boyfriend. You know, here I am for this funeral for this girl that I'm married to. So I felt pretty bad about it for quite a while. I did get an insurance policy, and I guess that made me feel better.
Hello, my name is Matt, and I've got a secret. People also call me Lefty. Ever since I was 13 years old, they've always called me Lefty. I usually tell most people the reason they call me Lefty is that I'm left-handed, but it's really not the case. 13 years old, it was a summer day, was home alone, was outside shooting hoops out in front of my house. Probably was out there for about an hour shooting hoops, came back in, drank some Gatorade, took a nap, and then about an hour later, like, I started feeling this pain in my groin, and I couldn't quite understand what it was. Started getting worse and worse, and by this time, like, Mom and Dad were home, and I couldn't stand it anymore. So I had to, like, tell the parents, look, there's something going on down here, and it hurts. And so unfortunately, Mom took me in the bathroom, and you know, I had to whip things out, and it was, my testicles were starting to like swell on the right side, like it started to get bigger and bigger, and I didn't know what was going on, but it hurt really bad. So we ended up going to the hospital. Turns out that I guess while I was doing a layup, I had came down, landed wrong, and my my right testicle had tied itself in itself, and basically it had gotten to the point where 3 hours would cut off the circulation, where they basically had to remove my right nut, and that is why they call me Lefty. So that's my secret.
I worked at this little, like, kind of an art gallery chain at a mall, and my manager, she wasn't like not a nice person, and I knew that she would get in trouble if the inventory was off. So the shifts that I worked by myself, I would shoplift, and eventually the inventory was off so far that she got fired, and that's my secret.
My secret is I'm wearing a thong, and I like it.
Although I am 21 years of age, I've never cut my own toenails before. I just don't know how to. My dad cuts them for me. I'm just too afraid of just like messing up the edges and cutting them too short or getting ingrown toenails or something. My fingernails I can do, but the big clippers for the toenails I've just never done before in my life. And that's my secret.
My secret is that just after I graduated from college, I once got stuck in an elevator, and we were stuck in there for so long that I had to go to the bathroom, and a guy in the elevator had to give me his high-top tennis shoe, and in front of everyone, I had to go. We were there for a couple hours afterwards. It was great fun, and that's my secret.
My secret is I once left a guy on a date. The date was so terrible that I literally called my girlfriend, left through the back of the restaurant, and left him there. As terrible as it was, that's my secret.